G'day and welcome back to Sydney Trains Vlogs. It's a rainy Friday here in Sydney and I am currently sitting at Central Station on K Set numbered K98. K98 is one of the ex-Newcastle K Sets. So to tell you the story and then we'll have a bit of a look around. There used to be 4 two-carriage K Sets that ran the Morisset to Newcastle local services on weekdays. Also a very early morning, departed Central at 4 something, there was a Central to Newcastle two-carriage K Set service. These K Sets were numbered K1, 2, 3 and 4. Later on, a bit over a decade ago I'd imagine, these 4 two-car K Sets were remarshalled. They became 2 4-car sets, so K1 and 2 became K98, K3 and 4 became K99. Now prior to all of this, there was actually a K98 running around, but that one was renumbered K91. So I'm currently sitting on car D4096, which is from K1. So I'll tell you the consists of these sets when they were running the Newcastle runs and now. So when they were running the Newcastle runs, the consists are as follows. K1 was C3501 and D4096. K2 was C3502 and D4097. K3 was C3503 and D4098. And K4, which I actually have some photos of, it was C3504 and D4099. Now, K1 and 2 became K98, which is the set I'm sitting on now. So K98's consist is C3501, D4096, D4097, and C3502. And the other one, which is K99, consist is C3503, D4098, D4099, C3504. Now the D cars are driving trailer cars and they actually had driver compartments in them, and they are the D cars, so D4096 through to 4099. These cars had the crew compartment removed largely and just opened up so passengers can come and sit inside. Now I'll finish this lot of rambling off by heading down to where one of the crew compartments used to be here on D4096. So this wall here is where you'd usually see the guard door, but as you can see, partitions were put here and you can walk right through. Right here used to be the guard door, and up above used to be, yes, coffee. Up above used to be the buttons like the door open, door closed, door warning. I think the door warning button are okay, so it's maybe not. Anyway, and bells. And same went for the other side here. This little part here is where the driver's cubicle, driver's area is. This little spot there with the driver controls and the seat, obviously. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, I should have stopped recording there, but anyway, no, I'm not leaving that there. I am literally, as you can see in the reflection, opening my pocket so I can put my coffee in there and free up my hands. Okay, so we're going to go outside. It is pouring rain. So the next car is D4097, so technically we're walking from what used to be K1 into K2. Now very quickly, as you can see, down below there is a orange strip, which actually used a grey strip, which actually used to be orange. And the set plate used to be down the bottom right there, as they would usually Up there you have a headlight, or what used to be a headlight anyway. Same layout in here. Yeah, 4097. So these are the only 4 K-Set cars with a 40 in the car number. The other ones are in the 4100s, 4181 and above. And another little fun fact as well, the K98 consisting of what used to be K1 and 2 are actually the very first 4 K-Set cars as well, so there's an interesting bit of history for you to dwell on. Now the C cars look largely the same, so no need to go there.
Please stand clear.
But what I will do is just give you a very quick look at the outside of the train when we get to Clyde. Clyde's the station I'm going to be getting off at. Let's be very quick because obviously we've only got a couple of minutes, but or a couple of seconds even. I'll be able to see the outside of it there where the crew doors used to be, so I'll make sure I'll jump off at that point as we see the train depart. But anyway, just sit back and enjoy the sounds of this K-Set. Alright, we're upstairs now. This goes for all of the 8 cars that I've mentioned in this video. You can tell the roof is a bit different as well due to the just to the extra paneling, I guess. The roof of all the other K-Set cars are a bit more smooth with sort of less paneling, I guess you could say. But if you want to see photos of these K-Sets when they were running up in Newcastle, just jump on Google or even YouTube and just look up Newcastle K Set or City Rail K Set K1 or 2, 3 or 4. But there was no longer need to have the Morisset local services because the frequency of the Central Coast and Newcastle line was bumped up from that point as well, and yeah, the Oscars were well and truly in service. I think the last batch or one of the last batches of Oscars were entering service at that point in time. So the need for these K sets were just they were no longer needed up there. So they were just used as a bit of a growth thing, just to grow the suburban fleet down here.
Doors closing. Please stand clear. Doors closing. Please stand clear.
Going through Homebush now. Had a number of the passengers looking at me while I was moving all about the place, upstairs, downstairs, different carriages, back to another carriage, all that kind of thing. Wondering what the heck I'm doing. The outside doesn't look too much different. As I said, with 4096 and 4097 on this set, you can tell where the crew door used to be and everything like that, so we'll get a quick look. We have barely a minute at Clyde. That's the station I'm going to get off at. Shouldn't be too many people getting off there. I was going to get off at Granville, but yeah, it'll be a bit more difficult to get the photos and whatnot, I think. Go ahead and look up that the Newcastle K Sets. It was actually quite interesting seeing these driving trailers here, the 4096 to 4099, running around with the orange stripe at the bottom, but no desto. It's actually quite an interesting sight, something a bit different, you know what I mean? Wet out there.
Doors closing. Please stand clear.
Yeah, that rain's like ultra heavy out there. I am going to change it up. I know I've mentioned Clyde about 180 times in this video so far, but yeah, I think I'm going to change it up. I'm going to get off at Granville. Hopefully I can get a couple of photos and video of it there. It's 6:30 in the morning, 6:30 on the dot, so obviously a lot more people are out and about, but with a little bit of luck, not too many people will be in the way of photos. But yes, it is a transport station, like it's a train station, so obviously getting my photos isn't the most important thing. People getting to work is, but see how we go anyway.
Next stop, Clyde, followed by Granville.
But I do have to do something later on this afternoon, otherwise I'd actually go all the way to Leppington on this. can slightly see outside. First light has begun, so sunrise will be in a little while. Well, I wouldn't exactly say sunrise, but yeah, sunrise behind the clouds. So that's all right. Good news. Man, that rain is heavy. Sorry, I'm just like literally thinking out loud. Excuse me. If the rain had stopped just for 2 seconds. As you can tell, I'm actually, I'm umming and ahhing here about what to do. I am going to go to the other end of the carriage though. Yeah, I caved. Oh dear. Yeah, no, this isn't Granville.
Goes to Parramatta. First stop, Granville, then Harris Park and Parramatta.
Oh, man. So, yeah. Sorry if that was frustrating, me mentioning Clyde Granville. But that's a thing with train spotting and these kind of things. Look at this. Don't worry, it's sort of water resistant. It won't soak right through. But yeah, no, I just wanted to get off here. I was just thinking, like, I didn't really want to go past Granville, and I was like, I really wanted to get the photos and just the quick footage of the exterior of especially those two driving trailer cars. Always do the right thing. But yeah, so I knew that Clyde was going to be a bit less busy than, what do you call it? But anyway, that's all for this video. Hopefully that was informative enough, and hopefully you enjoyed my record-breaking number of decisions changed in the space of 2 minutes of whether to get off at here or Granville. But thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, share the video, all that good stuff, and yeah, I'll catch you soon. Goodbye for now.